The next part is, we call the first law as law of inertia also. We define something called inertia. You heard this word inertia? Fine. Inertia is tendency to oppose a body, so tendency of a body to oppose any change is known as inertia, right? So inertia is a universal thing. If anything new comes, there is an opposition coming. So inertia is what? Inertia is tendency of a system or a body to oppose any change, right? Now Newton's law says that if there is no force, then what is happening? If there is no force, there is no change in state of motion, like velocity cannot change, right? So that means what? So the system is trying to oppose any change. This opposition by a system to any change, like change can be change in velocity, change can be change in position, change can be change in state of motion. State of motion means if it is at rest, it wants to continue to be at rest. And if it is moving with uniform motion, it wants to continue to move with uniform motion. Fine. So this change, the tendency of a body to oppose any change, is known as inertia. So you can just take down that inertia is what? Inertia is tendency of a body, of a system or body, to oppose any change in motion. Sorry, any change in its state is known as inertia. So what do I mean by any change in its state? That means if it is at rest, it wants to be at rest, and if it is moving, it wants to move. See, that's why when a vehicle is moving, we need to apply brakes. Why? Because the vehicle doesn't want to stop unless and until I force it to stop. If a vehicle is at rest, I need to accelerate it. Why do I need to accelerate? Because the vehicle doesn't want to move unless and until I force the vehicle to move, right? So that means, because Newton's first law talks about the situation when force is not applied. And when force is not applied, what is happening? A body is unwilling to change its state. So this is also known as, the first law is also known as law of inertia. Fine. The first law is also known as what? Law of inertia. So you can just take down that Newton's first law is also known as law of inertia.